So what does Toyota know about the tariffs and how are they relevant in today's trade war? There have been several trade wars in the United States history. One of the most recent and well known was in the 1980s when the United States slapped tariffs on Japan's auto industry. And when it was all over, Japan's auto industry competed side by side in the US auto industry. So back in the 1980s, the US feared Japan was taking over its auto industry. Toyota, Honda, and Nissan were all selling fuel-efficient, reliable cars that Americans loved. So the US hit back with tariffs and quotas. The US tried to block the Japanese automakers by lobbying in Congress in order to protect all the other US automakers, Ford, GM, and Chrysler. So instead of paying tariffs, Honda, Toyota, and Nissan built factories in America. They brought jobs to America and turned those Japanese auto brands into Made in America brands. So by the time the US realized what had happened, Japan had already cemented its place here in the auto industry by bringing jobs to Americans. Canada faces the same type of situation with US tariffs today in the form of EVs, critical minerals. And our government hopes that the US manufacturers will expand their businesses, expand their workforce, expand their factories, and put Americans back to work, making it harder for Canada to compete. Now, Canada is going about this in a little different way than Japan did. They're securing deals with auto manufacturers like Volkswagen and other manufacturers trying to prove that it's still essential to the United States supply chain. The big question is, will Canada be able to compete with US manufacturing or to separate themselves from the #1 consumer in the world, the United States? Or will they take the Japanese route and build factories in America and bring American jobs and call that a win? The United States tried to stop Japan, and Japan created a win-win by working with the United States, building factories and brought more jobs to America. Now Canada is fighting its own battle. Will history repeat itself? Will Canada get left behind? Will US manufacturers expand? We'll find out soon. Leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts on if Canada will make it past these tariffs.